Just when I thought we were starting to move on from the whole Jaclyn lipstick situation, Jaclyn once again decided to bring that period of time up, and people are dragging her over it. After everything that came out earlier this year about Morphe owning Jaclyn Cosmetics and them paying for her lipsticks, most of us thought she would maybe say something, but she's been ignoring everything and even defending her lipsticks. We also have to talk about some updates when it comes to Jaclyn's brand Koze and why I think it may be coming to an end. It's a mess, so let's get into it. For a while, Jaclyn Hill has been laying low and getting ready for her wedding. But now that she's married, she's back full force. She's been posting YouTube videos, doing TikToks, and launching products. A post Jaclyn made on her Instagram last week ended up getting her in some trouble. She posted a video of her using her old hairy lipsticks and captioned it, "POV, you're still using Jaclyn Hill's contaminated lipsticks 4 years later," with the contaminated being in quotations as if she's saying like they weren't actually contaminated. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but did Jaclyn not say herself that the lab got their fuzzy gloves in her lipsticks?
We have several people, up to 20 people working on my lipsticks on the line every single day as they're being produced, and every single one of those people are wearing white gloves. Every time they need to take a call, they have to step off the floor, off the line, out of the production area, they have to take off their gloves, and they have to get brand new ones when they walk back in. So when you think about 15, 20 people working on a line, all replacing their gloves every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour, hour and a half, it's a lot of brand new, freshly white gloves coming in to that region that is spreading lint all over the product. Not acceptable. On top of that, they were cleaning my vats, which is the big, humongous bucket that has my batches inside of it. They were cleaning those vats with like this white fiber, almost towel going through it. So those two things combined, that is what you are experiencing, are little white cotton fibers coming off of their gloves. And it is so beyond unacceptable. And I am so sorry this happened to you guys. And for obvious reasons, we will no longer be making any more products with this lab because that's just not what you guys deserve.
If an object is going into a lipstick that isn't meant to be in that lipstick, that means it's contaminated. I'm not sure why Jaclyn is trying to downplay the situation and what happened because we were all there. We saw people pulling hairs out of their lipsticks, people had hard balls and clumps in them, holes. Like, that is a contaminated lipstick. I get it. She's trying to poke fun at the situation and find humor in something bad that happened, but let's leave out the quotations. A lot of people in the comments feel the same, writing, "Having a whole apology video from them, then making a video joking or mocking them years later is really distasteful. Makes it seem like you were never sorry to begin with." I mean, they were contaminated, so I don't know why that's in quotations. You're not funny. That's gross and very disrespectful to those who spent their money for contaminated products and no apology. Tell me you didn't mean a word in your apology without telling me you didn't mean a word in your apology. This post is extremely distasteful and disrespectful to everyone who received those contaminated tubes. Grow up and take some actual accountability. Probably not the reaction Jaclyn was looking for. Jaclyn also addressed her lack of addressing things during her latest video. She posted this life update video and she talked about how ever since the fall time, she hasn't really been open with sharing her life as much. She admitted that it's been more about pushing product out and having these constant launches.
My online persona has been super off ever since the fall of last year. I feel like I haven't been very personable with you guys. I've just been much more like to the point business. Like, I got a launch, I got another launch, Jaclyn Cosmetics launch, Koze launch, JR launch. It's just like launch, launch, launch. I'm freaking Billy Mays at this point, I swear to God. Jaclyn Hill QVC, or what is it? Jaclyn QVC Hill, literally that's me.
She also went on to acknowledge the fact that a lot has come out recently that people are looking for her to address.
But yeah, my mindset's completely different. I know there's been so many things that people have wanted me to address and talk about. And for my own mental health, working, and this is the thing, I used to work with PR people, right? I used to work with PR. What do I do? Tell me what to do, because all I cared about was my image. I no longer do that. I work with my therapist. I write, I pray, I talk to God. I talk to the people in my life who hold me accountable, the people in my life who are not afraid to say, you are up right now. And I've just chosen just to do things differently.
As you guys know, Marlena finally broke her silence again and spoke out about Jaclyn and what happened with their Makeup Geek collab. Jaclyn made Makeup Geek lose millions of dollars, and they never really recovered after that. We also learned that Jaclyn Cosmetics was apparently never owned by Jaclyn herself. When Jaclyn launched those lipsticks, she said this was her company and said buying her lipsticks was buying into a family business.
Mom, you create whatever you want. You deserve to have something of your own in this line that people know, like, they are buying into a family business when they purchase from Jaclyn Cosmetics.
But when Morphe went into bankruptcy earlier this year and all the documents started to come out, they painted a much different picture. All of Jaclyn's lipsticks were ordered by Morphe, the receipt was made out to Morphe, and Jaclyn was only listed as being a collaborator on Morphe's bankruptcy documents. This wasn't no family business. It was a sister company to Morphe. Jaclyn has yet to address this, and it sounds like she has no intentions on ever addressing it. I just think business isn't the line of work Jaclyn should be in. Don't get me wrong, she's a really great salesperson, but when it comes to the accountability aspect of having a brand or even being the face of a brand, she wants nothing to do with it. Something huge like her not owning the brand when she said it was a family business, that's something that should be addressed. Another thing I want to talk about is Koze. We haven't really heard much from Jaclyn about Koze lately, but the Koze Instagram page has definitely been very active. A few months ago, they started to delete a whole bunch of posts, and I thought either a rebrand was coming or maybe Jaclyn was shutting down Koze for good. She moved her throw blanket off of being under the Koze umbrella, and she just put it as its own tab on her website. Every single post on the Koze Instagram is just filled with people calling her out for stealing Koze from Kaylin. For months now, Jaclyn has been having these huge sales on all her Koze inventory. She had a summer sale with stuff going up to 85% off. She just had another flash sale yesterday out of nowhere. If your stock is selling really good, like we've seen with some of Jaclyn's past launches, you aren't going to be constantly having these huge sales. Even after having weeks worth of sales, everything is still pretty much in stock. Jaclyn actually launched a new color of her pajama set a few weeks ago, and it seems like she's even trying to get rid of her Jaclyn Roxanne stuff with Koze. She decided to give away a free Be Kind to You bracelet with her new pink PJ set, so at this point, Jaclyn is literally giving this stuff away. It's really not shocking, not only because of all the stuff with Kaylin, but also the prices that Jaclyn is trying to charge. $85 for pajamas is not in a lot of people's budget, and even if it was in your budget, I feel like you can get something extremely similar from like Walmart for way less. I've seen people be like, oh, they're tinsel, that's how much tinsel cost. No. You can get almost identical tinsel pajamas from Gap for $39. I bet the markup on these is so extreme, and Jaclyn knows it, and that's why no one is buying them. Finally, I wanted to talk about Jaclyn's new advertisement, and it's not something that you'd expect. Jaclyn appeared in a football ad the other day, and she was doing a brand placement for her lip oils. The Buccaneers just brought back their classic creamsicle colored jerseys for the 2023 season, and they did this whole campaign to debut them. Jaclyn Hill made an appearance in the ad, and she made sure you were seeing her Jaclyn branded product.
Of Buccaneers.
They also posted her on their Instagram page with her name sign. I'm just wondering, did they ask her to be in the campaign, or did she pay for a spot to have her lip oil shown? It's giving product placement. She wrote on her Instagram story, "They were such a pleasure to work with, and everyone was so nice. Jordan was a happy boy that day." And then she linked her lip oil for people to go and buy it. Definitely not somewhere I expected to see Jaclyn's makeup products, but she is from Tampa, and I do think that she's a football fan, so I guess it makes sense. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.